always alone. Oh, oh, you will always be there. Always alone.
Hey there, welcome to my channel, Mess with Michelle. If you're returning, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Michelle. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a clean and declutter of my kitchen. But before I jump in, I just had a few last minute Christmas decorations that I had to store away. I made these wreaths back in December and I had them on the front door, and I did wait a few weeks after Christmas before taking them down. But before I took them down, I bought these bags from Amazon for wreaths, and it's a perfect storage for a 30-inch wreath. They're very spacious. I wanted to make sure that when I did put them in storage that they had a nice bag, so this way they didn't collect dust or get damaged, so this way I can display them again for another year next year. So I'm just going ahead and doing that and just making sure that they are put away snugly, and then later on I'm just going to jump in and I'm going to start decluttering the kitchen area. This past Christmas, I bought a 7-foot pencil Christmas tree to display in my living room, and I didn't have a storage bag for it. The bag that I have with my regular 7-foot tree didn't have enough space, so I bought this bag from Amazon for storage of Christmas trees, and I did not take into consideration how massive this bag is when it comes to the width. I noticed that it did store a 7-foot tree, so I thought it'd be a perfect size for my Christmas tree, but man, this bag was huge. There's so much room, it is so spacious that I ended up putting all my garlands inside this same bag. I was limited on the amount of bins that I previously had when I cleaned up Christmas last year, and I ran out of space, but now that I have this massive bag, I took all the garlands and small Christmas trees and stored them in this bag, and I could probably even store more, so it was a perfect size where I had to buy just one storage bag for all these Christmas decorations, and I was able to make more rooms in my containers to fit any decorations that were not able to be fit into the bins when I was cleaning up Christmas last year. I'm sharing with you before a video of what the kitchen looked like because we had an exciting renovation a couple of months ago and we replaced our laminate with a brand new countertop. This is something that we wanted to do for quite a while and we finally took the plunge this past year. So we had the countertops installed in November, and I just want to show you a before clip of what the countertops look like and what it looked like during the construction, and here is the after. And here's a clip of what the kitchen looks like now with the brand new countertops. This is called Fantasy Brown, and we absolutely love the design in the countertops, and it's a hard marble called Dolomite, and it's a bit softer than quartzite and granite, but it's still durable. So back to our regular scheduled video, I just wanted to show you before a clip of the counters with nothing on it, but this is what I'm dealing with right now. I have dirty dishes to clean, I have to clean the counters, clean the oven, as well as go through different cupboards around my kitchen to declutter. So I'm going to start jumping in and getting the job done, but here's just what I have around the kitchen that I have to start tidying up. I'm going to first clean out my oven, or at least start the process. I'm going to be using Easy Off oven cleaner inside the oven, and this is a spray that I had featured in one of my videos in the summertime when I cleaned my oven, and I really like this spray because you don't have to heat up your oven. You just put it on a cold oven, let it sit for an hour and 15 minutes or either overnight, and this way you can clean out your oven easily to get rid of the grease and the grime, and it really does a great job. And I really like the fact that I don't have to heat up the house with turning on the self-cleaning feature when I use Easy Off. So I thought I'd spray down the oven first, let this sit for a few hours, so this way when I'm cleaning up the kitchen, my oven is cleaning itself and I can go back in and wipe it out and clean out the oven a little bit later on in this video. Ceramic Bright, I'm going to be cleaning my stove top with it because I've had these greasy grime marks for years on the back matte finish of the stove. I've tried to use Dawn dish soap, I've tried to use vinegar and water, but it just would not cut through the grease. It would help, but it wouldn't eliminate the splatter marks completely, and I was just desperate to find something to take it off because they've just been there for so long. So I saw somewhere that Ceramic Bright was supposed to help the matte finish to get it cleaned with the grease and the grime. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just try it to see how it works. And it definitely made a huge improvement. You can see that the paper towel did have a lot of black dirt on it, so it did really pick up a lot of the underlying dirt that I wasn't able to get off previously. So I'm really happy that I bought it. I haven't used this product in years since having my glass cooktop in my old house, but it's something that is definitely handy to be using around the kitchen, especially on your cooktops.
Everything feels so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you say.
I had to clean the top oven grates of my stove, and I wanted to try cleaning them inside the dishwasher. This way they would have a hot soapy cycle to cut through all the grease and the grime. This is the first time that I'm trying it, and I just wanted to give it a whirl, see how it worked out. So maybe in the future, if I need to clean them, I could just pop them into the dishwasher to get them cleaned. I actually have not done this before, so there's a lot of grease and grime built up, so I really wanted to make sure it was a hot cycle, and this way I was able to have a nice clean grate when they came out. I know that I've read in the manual for my particular oven is that you can put them inside the oven when you're doing the self-cleaning cycle, but since I skipped that option and I'm just using the easy off in a cold oven, I thought, you know what, just try in the dishwasher and see the outcome, and if it works, great, and if it's not 100% clean, at least I tried, and maybe I can go in a different method like the self-cleaning cycle next time to see if it works a lot better.
Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting. Still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting. Still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. No. Baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be.
So if you're wondering what the heck am I doing right now, I'm actually creating ozone water. The system is by Homedics, and I have an entire video about it. It takes regular tap water and it converts it to ozone. And when it's in the ozone form, it's a cleaner, sanitizer, and deodorizer. And I've been using this more and more now that I have my new countertops, and I just really like using it because there's no chemicals, it's just water, but it does have that ozone element into it, so this way it is a cleaner and a sanitizer. So if you are wanting to learn more about it, I'll leave a card up top, so this way you can watch the video that I had posted last year all about this cleaning system.
Listen carefully. Let's stop this charade. Stop this charade.
I've let the Easy Off sit in my oven for a few hours as I was cleaning the kitchen, and now I'm ready to start cleaning it out. So it's pretty straightforward after it's sat inside the oven. You just take a damp rag and just wipe out the product from your oven. And one of the things I did not have in my Easy Off video was this razor blade. It made cleaning the oven doors so much more easier. Previously I was using a Scrub Wow, which is a non-abrasive scrubbing pad, and it definitely did the job in my previous video when I demonstrated how to use the Easy Off, but this razor blade was a game changer, especially for those stubborn splatter marks that did not want to come off. It just cut through the grease so easily. So I used the razor blade to clean off the oven door, and I'm just using a paper towel that's damp just to take off any of the excess product from the inside of my oven.
Baby, listen carefully, 'cause I got something to say. I feel us waiting. Listen carefully. Let's stop this charade. Stop this charade. Stop this charade. Stop this charade. I would give you the world if it was up to me. It's not too late to be heard, so tell me what I need to know. Tell me what I need to know.
Now I'm moving on to my Butler pantry, and this is located between my kitchen as well as my dining room, and it's just a space that I made over last year where I took the cupboard doors off and I wanted to make a mini bar to display my glassware and just have an open concept, and I added this wallpaper on the back of the shelf. And one of the things I did in that video was I put all the glassware on the very top shelf that we use on a regular basis rather than the middle shelf. So I'm just going to do a quick switcheroo, and I'm going to just switch the glassware from the top to the middle, so this way it's a little bit easier to reach when I'm needing a glass. One thing I've learned with open shelving is you really have to be on top of dusting, which I definitely am not on top of dusting this particular area. With the doors not being on the cupboards, you will have to dust more frequently because you will have dust settle on your shelves. And you can see here that this tray does have quite the collection of dust. So if you were thinking of open shelving and you weren't too sure if it was for you or not, just remember that if you have everything exposed, especially dishware and glassware, that you will have to clean it more frequently than if you were to have doors on your cupboards. I went through the cupboard in the Butler pantry and I pulled all the items that I wanted to donate. These were a lot of items when I originally had cleaned out the space that I wasn't too sure if I was ready to let go. But after having over 6 months pass, there's items that I haven't touched in so long. So I just thought it'd be best to donate them because I wasn't using them. So I finally was able to take the plunge and declutter this area. And I knew for sure that I didn't need these items because I didn't use them in such a long time. I just pulled out the stove grates from my dishwasher and I wasn't really sure what to expect. And I was kind of cringing that they were going to be ruined, but they came out really nice. They're very clean. They look really fresh. So definitely did the trick to clean off the greasy grime from the stove grates. Now I'm moving on to declutter above the fridge, and this cupboard definitely has a lot of items that we do not use on a regular basis and things that I should have gotten rid of years ago. So I'm ready to take everything down, go through it and just see what is up here and just give away anything that I haven't used for a really long time. I had a couple of bags of old cutlery that we haven't used in years, so I'm ready to donate it. So I wanted to just collect the forks and knives and spoons and collect them together. So I just used a bit of tape just to keep the different cutlery separated, so when the donation center received it, it was all separated. While I was decluttering the kitchen, I thought I'd go into my dry goods cupboard where I keep a lot of my baking supplies and coffee and just straighten it out. It wasn't too bad in terms of getting rid of any items. I just got rid of some old expired food and just straightened out the cupboards. One thing that was really all over the place was sugar, so I'm really glad I wiped down these cupboards because there was sugar on so many of the shelves. So I'm just going to go through, just organize the baskets, get rid of anything that has expired, and then place everything back into this cupboard. So now that I've decluttered the areas in my kitchen, I feel a lot better knowing that I have more space in the cupboards and that I've donated the items that I no longer use. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video and I just gave you that motivation to organize and declutter spaces in your home. So I'll catch you in my next video when I upload next. Thanks for watching. Bye.